Softball wins big at home.
And baseball returns to Eastwood Field.
All this and more coming up on the Penguin Rundown. Welcome into the Penguin Rundown. I'm Monica Kurjan alongside Matt Ganser. Matt, it's finally starting to feel like spring.
Yes, finally the 60-degree weather has returned to Youngstown, Ohio. It finally feels like baseball and softball season outside.
I know, unfortunately, the past weekend was so cold, and I know filming the baseball and softball games, my hands were numb, but I think you're going to get us started with one of our indoor sports, women's basketball.
On Thursday, the women's basketball team played in the first round of the women's NIT against the Cincinnati Bearcats. Unfortunately, the women lost a hard-fought game, 76-62. Senior Melinda Trimmer led the Gwins with 17 points, and Allison Smolinski added 5 threes with 15 points. The women finished with an overall record of 22-10 and 13-5 in the Horizon League. Congratulations to the women's team, and best wishes to the 3 seniors from all of us here at Penguin Rundown. We look forward to seeing the women back in action next season.
This past weekend, the bowling team closed out their season at their first conference tournament at the South Bend Bowling League Championship. Unfortunately, the team dropped their first match 2-0 to Arkansas State. Then the Gwins lost 2-0 to Louisiana Tech in the elimination bracket. Albeit on a loss, the team looks forward to next season as they continue to build upon these experiences.
The track team was fortunate enough to have 2 members win Academic All-Horizon League awards for the indoor season. Alan Burns earned a 3-4 in general business while also winning conference runner-up in the 5,000-meter run. Abby Jones would end up with a 4.0 in physical education and took second place in high jump at the Horizon League Championships. The outdoor track season will start with a trip to the Clyde Littlefield Texas Relays in Austin, Texas on March 27th.
The men's golf team finished play at the Golden Horseshoe Intercollegiate on Tuesday. The Gwins finished 16 out of 21 teams. The team posted a 3-round team total of 927. The Gwins were led by Kevin Schur, who scored a 3-round 227 on a par 71 course. The sophomore has now been YSU's top finisher, a team high 5 times this season. East Tennessee State transfer Zach Ford helped the team with a 3-round score of 233. This was Ford's second event as a Penguin. The Penguins will next compete on April 6th and 7th at the Townsend Spring Invitational at Prospect Bay Country Club in Graysonsville, Maryland. Be sure to check out YSUsports.com for the results.
The women's tennis team split 2 matchups this past weekend. The team looked to the state of Wisconsin for the first 2 events of their Horizon League schedule. In the first match, the Penguins shut out the Green Bay Phoenix 7-0. Juniors Amon Hassim, Lisa Kamasi, and Cassandra Morley, sophomores Tamara Tufel and Claudia Barbosa, and freshman Olivia Esteo all grabbed single victories. The tandems of Tufel and Esteo, as well as Hassim and Barbosa, notched doubles victories. In the second match, Youngstown State fell to the Milwaukee Panthers 5-2. Esteo was the only player to win a singles match. Hassim and Barbosa won their doubles match, as well as Morlea and Kamasi. The Gwins will return home this Saturday to face the Cleveland State Vikings at the West Reserve Tennis Center in Streetsboro. Serving over the men's team, they also traveled to Green Bay to take on the Phoenix. They won their match 5-2. Senior Danilo Vermacek, junior João Guerrero, sophomore Valleas Verdakis, and freshman Eric Grant all won singles matches. Verdakis and senior Luke Purser won their doubles match, as well as senior Yossi Dahan and junior Paul Virgile Blanco notched a doubles win. Their next match was against the Marquette Golden Eagles. Saturday, the men will also do battle against Cleveland State. For more on the men's tennis team, we go on to the roundtable as Dom Joseph is standing by with men's tennis senior Danilo Vermacek.
Hi guys, welcome to the roundtable. I'm Dom Joseph, and joining me is Danilo Vermicuk, who is with the men's tennis team. And Danilo, how are we doing today?
I'm doing great. Thanks for inviting me.
Yeah, it's great to have you on the show.
Thanks.
So, Danilo, you're 8-6 on the season as a team, 1-0 in the conference. So let's talk about those wins right now. You've got a winning record. How's it feel so far?
I would say throughout my 3 semesters here, I think this semester we have the strongest team. We have 3 seniors, and we have both of the we just changed coach last semester, and we've been working with another coach. We pick up a lot of information from both of them. So I really believe that so far we have the strongest team. So it's pretty self-explanatory that we have a good record this year.
Absolutely, and looking at some of those wins, you've beaten teams like Duquesne, Toledo, Northern Illinois, and conference rival Green Bay. So what does it take to beat teams of that caliber?
Team spirit. When you feel like every single one is at the same page, you're competing together, competing as a team, nothing really can stop you.
So let's talk about you. You are a former first-team All-Conference, so that's a very big honor in the Horizon League. What's it going to take for you to get back to that, and what kind of goals do you set for yourself to get back to that? Do you strive to get back to that, or is there something else in mind?
Well, I don't really have a goal to receive this award. The goal is to get a ring on a conference week, and obviously to make it, you got to win every single match, and that's what I will try to do. I'm pretty confident that it's going to happen this semester.
Now, in terms of the sport itself, in practice, and maybe even in a matchup, what do you work on the most?
That's mainly technical, tactical aspects, but the hardest part is to, as I mentioned, to keep everyone at the same page, because we have different people in our team from all over the world. Everyone has different personalities, and to just get together and compete at the same level, at the same time, get ready to play at a certain moment. This is the most important thing to learn in the practice.
And you talk about that. It's one thing that's very unique about men's tennis. You guys have players from all across the globe. And how do you guys come together and gel as a team?
Well, I would say it's even easier than if we would have all Americans in our team, because we're everywhere. Everyone is international. Everyone is experiencing something new over here. And that's what makes us the most friendly team, probably, because we're so far from home and we're only friends to each other. And I think that works in our benefit.
And as a team, you guys got your first win in conference. Conference play has started. What kind of goals do you guys have set going in through conference play?
Well, to compare with last year, we weren't sure that we're the team who really can win the conference. To compare with this year, we have the highest goal to win the conference and to make ourselves number one before tournament starts. So to make it, we gotta win every single match before tournament week, and then compete in the tournament week. So basically, our goal is to win every single team before tournament week.
And for you yourself, any personal goals?
I would say my personal goal is to be a good leader. I'm playing number one, and sometimes I'm playing really good guys who can beat me. But for me, it's important to let my teammates understand that even if I'm gonna lose, we won't lose as a team, because spirit is the most important thing, I guess.
All right, that's senior Danilo Veremichuk. Matt, Monica, back to you.
Thanks, Dom and Danilo. The baseball team kicked off the home portion of their schedule this past weekend as they hosted the Oakland Golden Grizzlies. Unfortunately for the Gwins, Oakland would take 2 of the 3 games in the series. On Saturday in Game 1 of the doubleheader, YSU would manage to come away with a victory. Oakland jumped out to an early 5-0 lead over the Penguins. However, YSU would fight their way back into the game by scoring 4 runs in the 5th inning and 2 more in the 6th inning to seal the 6-5 victory. Lucas Nasanti collected 2 RBIs, and Webb Charles went 1 for 3 with an RBI as well. On Tuesday, the team traveled to take on Bowling Green for a 1-game matchup, but unfortunately fell in that one by a score of 15-5. The Gwins returned home yesterday to host the University of Pittsburgh, and stats from that one can be found at ysusports.com. The baseball team will next travel to face off with the Horizon League leaders, Wright State, this upcoming weekend in a 3-game series.
The softball team struck out Oakland this past weekend in a 3-game series. On Saturday, the Gwins faced a doubleheader, beating Oakland 4-2 in the first game and 8-4 in the second. Addie Jarvis earned a career-high strikeout of 13 and allowed only 2 hits to gain her 5th win of the season. On Sunday, Nikki Sabini led the team with 2 home runs, one being a grand slam. Nikki also tied a school record with 7 RBIs in a single game. The team went on to win this game 14-9. Our very own Christina Sanovich caught up with Jarvis and Sabini to talk to them about the team's performance against Oakland.
Christina Sanovich here with Addie Jarvis. So you've already picked up 5 wins this season. What does it mean to you to be able to make that impact as a freshman?
I mean, you can't do it on your own, so it means a lot, but without the team it wouldn't be possible. So
You had 13 strikeouts on Saturday. What clicked for you?
I honestly, when I warmed up, I didn't feel that great, and it was nice playing at home, and I think that might have had something to do with it, maybe being on the home field. I was just kind of ready to go.
So you guys did get that season sweep over Oakland this weekend. What does it mean to get those first couple of wins under your belt?
That's a great feeling, just knowing that we're already starting off 3-0, and that Oakland is a good team. They came out strong. They had, I think, 17 hits, which is just incredible, and we kind of kept up the energy the whole game and just battled and made sure that we did our job and just kept up the energy.
It feels really great. To know that we're already 3-0 in the conference, it gives us a lot of confidence going into the next weekend.
So after a long road trip to start the season, what's it been like to be home over the last week or so?
It's really nice. You don't have that lag from being on the bus, and you're eating normal food and everything else. So yeah, it feels really good.
It feels really good to be home because, spring break was hard, just eating out and not being able to be at home and see family and stuff. So it does feel good knowing that we had tons of fans this weekend, which we love all that support. And it just feels good knowing that we can play on our field and have people to back us up.
So what clicked for the team this past weekend to be able to get that sweep?
I think part of it was being at home. On Saturday there was a lot of people at the game, and I think that was exciting for us too. And we just started hitting the ball. That's all you can ask for, is just getting those RBIs. There was a ton, so yeah, that really helped.
I would say energy. We definitely have kind of struggled with that, and we kind of came together and we were like, now is the time to keep up the energy and just come together as a team rather than getting down on ourselves and just stay positive.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
On Tuesday, the team took on the Akron Zips in a doubleheader, winning both games. In Game 1, both Yasmin Romero and Nikki Sabini had RBIs, helping to the 2-1 victory. The Gwins hung on to a 6-5 victory as the game ended on a walk-off ground ball error. Yesterday, the softball team took on St. Bonaventure in another doubleheader. Stats and scores from those 2 games can be found on YSUsports.com. The softball team will play away against IUPUI in a 3-game series on Friday and Saturday.
The women's soccer team announced 4 dates for youth soccer camps. Head coach Brian Shrum announced that the team will host 2 youth camps, a high school preseason camp, and a summer 1D camp. The kids camp is geared towards children ages 6 to 12 and will take place July 8th through July 12th and July 22nd through July 26th from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. These camps will cost $200. The high school preseason camp is geared towards those in grades 7 to 12. Taking place April 28th from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., this camp will cost $135 and is open to both individuals and teams. Lastly, the summer 1D camp is for high school players in grades 7 to 12. This one takes place July 15th and 16th, starting at 12 p.m. at a cost of $225. All 4 of these camps take place at Farmers National Bank Field in the Cavelli Sports Complex. For more information, go to YSUsports.com or contact assistant coach Josh Green.
It's now time for Penguin Play of the Week. Let's send it over to Christina Sanovich for more.
Thanks, guys. I'm Christina Sanovich, bringing you this week's Play of the Week. We're going to take it out to Eastwood Field, where the Penguins took on the Oakland Golden Grizzlies. And Lucas Nasani will wait for the pitch, and that's going to be a single into left field. He will head down to first base, and that's going to score Drew Dickerson. And then on the missed throw, that will also score Webb Charles, which will be the game-winning run. Congratulations to Lucas Nasani, Webb Charles, and Drew Dickerson, all part of that great play. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Christina. Our new segment, Athletes First Rundown, debuts this week. We got the chance to play Mario Kart against 2 players from the baseball team, Webb Charles and Zach Minnie. Here's a taste.
Floyd, me and you whether you're in the middle of something right now. We'll call you. Let's go.
Let's go.
Are you lying?
No, I'm not lying. Yeah.
I think you're lying.
No, I'm not lying.
Okay, are you not lying? What is
Yes, I am lying.
Two
It's
is
definitely
go.
go.
One's reversed.
Okay, yeah.
Wow.
Chris, what the heck?
Where do you?
I
fell off the map.
Alright, we're good. You're right behind He's in 12.
You're right behind me.
Oh my!
I
just turned all the way around.
Again.
I just got turned all the way around. Yeah, I'm in 11.
Keep going.
Just about do it for us here at the Penguin Rundown. For news, highlights, and more, check out YSUsports.com. And be sure to follow us on all of our social medias, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, and Twitter at Penguin Rundown 1. I'm Monica Kurjan.
And I'm Matt Ganser.
See you next Thursday, Penguin Nation.